It's too late for all that. Whoa, what were you even thinking of? You've been such a fool. Hey, people, allegedly, Marissa Chateau, Prima Wanda, good morning. Oh, my goodness, I'm getting fat. Getting fat. You got your nerve. Okay, let's Sparkle Covington. Mocha Drop. How y'all doing this morning? Did y'all see that show on last night? Hold on a minute. I guess the throat's gonna act up a little bit. Tex Coco, Angela Dickinson. You sing all the great oldies. I don't do a hatchet job on them, Primo Wanda. We tearing their ass up. Happy to Pablo. Daniel Cunningham. I am Miss Red. Good morning, everybody. So yesterday, Tasha K made this video, right? And I have to tell you, it was extremely hard to watch. As a matter of fact, I couldn't watch but a little taste of this thing. I couldn't watch it all the way through because she's on there essentially throwing herself on. I almost got the vision of her throwing herself down on the ground and grabbing a hold to Cardi B's boot and begging her, please, Cardi, I can't do it. I ain't got the money. Because it's all under the guise that apparently Cardi B has said some pretty rough things about she wants to shoot herself in the head or something like that. So Tasha K thought this is an opportunity now that I can go and relate to Cardi B on a personal level, right? So she goes on there. Cardi B made some statements a couple of days ago. I don't know how heartfelt they were, or I didn't see the statements from Cardi B. But y'all are not sisters, and you are not sisters at all. You have pursued this woman into the depths of hell. She had to go that deep in order to get you off her back, right? So Tasha K's on there. She's telling all the stories about her childhood trauma, how she was suicidal at one point in her life, and she's calling her by her first name now. She's Cardi. People talk about Cardi. Nobody talked about Cardi like you, Tasha K. Own up to it. Now you've gotten this horrible judgment. It's taken about a year, and now you're reduced to any means necessary. You are literally begging this woman to have compassion for you after you had no compassion for her. She said she has text this woman. She has sent this woman messages. I'm talking about Tasha K sent messages to Cardi B now. How we are sisters, we both want to hurt ourselves. She said, if you shoot yourself in the head, Cardi B, who's going to be there to teach me to be a better woman? Who's going to be there for me? Girl, Cardi B has got a bigger support system than you do, Tasha K. If she needs to get love or she needs to get understanding, she'll get it from the people who follow her and who respect her, right, and who support her. She don't need nothing from you. So if you think that Cardi B is teaching you to be a better woman, I'm sure there's all kind of celebrities lined up to teach you some more, to pick up where Cardi left off. Okay. So she was very dramatic and all that. And I say it's hard to watch because it's hard to watch anybody cry. I mean, women cry. We know women are allowed to cry. They're more emotional. But this was just pitiful. You being a tough woman. Damn. I just had these sausages. Maybe that grease makes your throat like that. Anyway. You being this tough woman, even before the damn court, before the judge, honey, you were being all snarky and all that. And you're switching your ass around, talking about how you ain't got the money, you ain't gonna pay nobody and all this kind of shit, right? To see you down on the ground groveling now. I'm gonna pay you, Cardi. She gonna get her money. You gonna get your money. I don't got it. I don't got $4 million. I don't got. So she goes on to tell about this restructuring by the court system, about how her bankruptcy. Although Tasha K, believe me, you wanted the bankruptcy to cover this judgment, but since you found out that it does not cover the judgment, then you want to come on here and act like you were, this is part of your plan to pay her and all this kind of stuff. You're assuring her she's gonna get her money, but she just don't have the $4 million. Don't get the four. What you're trying to do is you're trying to garner some sympathy. That's a street woman. Cardi B is not a dumb ass woman, honey. She knows what you're doing. You're trying to get a break on this amount, right? But she doesn't probably spend $1 million on just pursuing your ass, right? But all the court costs and all the lawyers and all the hiding and all the investigators and all this shit, girl. You have done all this, Miss Tasha K, and now you want to throw yourself onto the mercy of the woman. It was pitiful, a pitiful display. And as I said, next you'll be crawling on the ground or not showing up at Cardi B house, banging on the door. Cardi, I'm sorry. Have mercy, loving kindness. It's too late for that. It's too late for all that. Oh, Tasha K, if this was somebody else, if this was some person that just got in trouble, made a mistake or whatever, then people would have more compassion for that person. Certainly, they were being sincere. You went all into your family dynamics and all this kind of stuff, all trying to get this woman's sympathy. She's not gonna have no sympathy for you, girl. Y'all so far past that. This went on for years. Remember, Tasha K, right? If you didn't owe this woman $4 million, you wouldn't be trying to relate to her suicidal thoughts. Believe me, right? But no, she's not gonna. Ain't nobody that dumb. They're gonna forgive no $4 million judgment because you're crying. She don't give a damn about you crying. What about all the time you said when she was crying, right? Didn't she win the case because she was crying so much? She had to go see a therapist because you won't leave her alone, and you were pushing and pushing and pushing her, and she couldn't get her physical hands on you because of her celebrity. So she had to go through the court system. She had to take years and years and years, 3 or 4 years pursuing your ass, girl. And now you're sisters. You said because your mama a drunk, that means that Cardi B supposed to understand you now. If it were somebody else, Tasha K, I think maybe they could get some compassion. But for you, Cardi B is only one of your victims, right? You made your whole career out of this. You say you only came here to tell the truth. To tell the truth about what, girl? Celebrities? The fuck is that? You're a celebrity gossip blogger, girl. Why are you trying to make it something that you're not? You did it for the people. I want to come here to do it for the people. I want to tell the truth. I want to tell the truth. But yet you lost the lawsuit because you lie. You don't tell the truth, girl. And you even confessed your own self, your dumb ass, in front of the court. You confessed the girl that you knew you were lying. You didn't care. Good morning, people. Y'all see that display? I believe it's called It's Just Me. She takes off all her makeup, all her wigs, and she breaks it down in black and white, honey. And I guess she thinks it's going to have an effect on Cardi B. How in the hell you are messaging that woman? She ain't got nothing to talk to you about, girl. You see, she stole shoes at people. This woman ain't got girl. She sees right through that bullshit, Tasha K. And you still gonna give her that $4 million. You gonna get your money. You gonna get your money. I only went to the bankruptcy. They say I'm trying to get away. They say you were trying to get away, girl. You tried everything, this thing. You tried everything. You tried to hide money. You tried to pretending you moving to Africa, girl. You tried everything you could, right? To not take down this stupid ass videos, girl. You tried everything you could to avoid paying this woman. And now when your back is up against the wall, you are groveling. Have some self-respect, girl. You had to see this coming. And now you're getting to the point where these people in this damn bankruptcy court have told you you're going to pay this woman, I don't know what the number would be, $10,000, $15,000 a month. Maybe you make 20,000. You make 20,000 a month. They're taking 15,000 of that, right? And this is for your foreseeable future, or whatever the amount is. I don't know that you can afford much more than that, but whatever it is, the thing is, the bankruptcy is only allowing her to stay in business. As long as she can stay in business, she can continue to pay. And she's finally feeling the pain. And it's probably pressure at home, because not only have you ruined your own personal life, but you've ruined the lives of your family, right? Where it's all about now doing without. No matter how much money you make, is not going to make any difference because it's going to belong to Cardi B. Now, I assume that means they take a certain percentage. They take they establish what you have to pay Cardi, what you have to pay all your other creditors. Your other creditors don't amount to a hill of beans. I mean, a couple of car payments or whatever, but they got to get their little money too, right? And now you say, now you're at desperation point. That's where all the tears were coming from, Tasha K. I don't doubt they're real tears. You need to be crying. That's a lot of money, girl. But the thing is, if you would have focused on doing the right thing and paying this woman, or figuring out a way to crowdfund this money, or figuring out a way to negotiate with her from the beginning, or even simpler, just take the goddamn videos down, right? If you would have done that, you probably would have made a significant dent in this money already, child. Right? So now you're just now starting the payments. With 3 years in, and you're just now starting to make the payments, girl. And what's going to happen is this bankruptcy court is going to make you commit to a certain amount of money per month. If you do not pay her the specific amount of money, and they probably have a way to just collect the money themselves, but if you don't pay her whatever this agreed about amount of money is, then they're going to throw out the bankruptcy, and then she's going to be able to just come and take whatever you got, like she had started to do it from the beginning, right? But I'm just saying, just stand up and be a woman about it, Tasha K. Baby, you know how hard your dad struggles. Could you please have loving kindness and mercy? Thank you. Thank you, Luke. You ought to see that face. Don't be on here crying and crawling and begging, Miss Tasha. It ain't gonna make no difference, girl. Cardi B's she's resolved to get your ass right. So what you need to do is just go behind your scenes, girl, and figure out your payment plan, and just go about it and suffer that yourself. Make more money. Get it over with as soon as possible. I hope you're not gonna be on here begging, and you kept calling her by her first name. Oh, y'all gotta have compassion for Cardi. Cardi, don't do it. Don't do it, Cardi. Oh, I remember when I first started my program. Oh, I was in a dark place. My mama, she was in a dark place too. Oh, it's a generational curse, Cardi. That woman probably had 300 people who she can lean on, honey. She don't need to cry. What she needs from you, Tasha K, is her money. Ooh, you're crying, sweet as honey. But guess what? So is my money. I'm telling you, get off your knees and pay me. Just to pay me, woman. Pay me my cash. Just a little bit. Oh, yeah. RESPECT. I found out what that means to me. RESPECT. Take care of TCP. Ow, baby. A little respect. Mm. It was embarrassing, Tasha K. It's embarrassing. Now, people today are going to be laughing at you. They're all going to laugh at you. For what? It ain't making no difference, girl. That wasn't answering your goddamn message. Oh, Tasha, I see that we're sisters. We're sisters. Girl, you're delusion. You are delusion, woman. That boat is already sailed, honey. penniless, wait a minute, wigless, penniless, and spineless. All right, Sephora. It's just pitiful. How you gonna be the baddest broad on the bad Tasha K? She's the baddest broad in the whole damn town. She badder than a old King Kong and meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, Friday, about a week ago, Tasha shooting dice. And at the head of the bar said a girl neighbor, oh, that girl look nice. Take care of your business, Tasha K. We don't want to see you crying about it, girl. You said you made so much money from that video that you couldn't take it down, girl. How does that stack up against the 4 million? Was it worth it? You said you need Cardi B to teach you a lesson. Well, I would assume that you have already learned all you're gonna learn from Tasha K. Only thing left is to pay, right? You ain't really felt the pinch yet till you start making them damn payments, girl. So far, it's all been talk. So far as we can tell, you ain't paid that woman nothing. Baby, when you start passing by them windows and you see them damn Louis Vuitton slingbacks and you see them red bottoms, girl, and realize you can't buy nothing, that's when the pain comes, baby. When you out there at the supermarket, girl, and you buying 2-for-1s, you only shopping for what's on sale, you can only get day old meat and stuff, girl. That's when the pain starts, baby. So you just getting warmed up. So why don't you spare us, girl, coming on here and making a fool out of yourself, girl? Groveling. That's the word I used in my thumbnail, and that's the word I meant. You're groveling. You're appearing to be a desperate, begging woman. There's nothing else can be done. You went too far. You pushed it too far, girl. A good businesswoman will say, well, I don't know how much money I'm making now. I got to check with my accountants. But maybe we can open up another show and we can work harder and we can get this thing up off of us, right? I'm just saying. Maybe this will make you work harder in order to pay your debt so you can start over. If you can get it over with in a couple years, girl, that would be a lot better than trying to stretch it out for another 10 years trying to avoid her. Because right now she got your balls in a vice. Tasha K, them baby, Cardi B, and even if she's depressed or not, they sat back and they laughed when they saw your messages coming in, girl, for your love and support and all that shit, girl. They don't want to hear that shit from you. Her husband, her, and all the rappers, they all sat around the house and just laughed and laughed and like, look at this. No, bitch, you ain't suffered enough yet. Save your self-respect if nothing else, Tasha K. The people are letting you keep your business open, keeping your work open. So just go on like nothing's happening at all publicly, right? Wipe your boogers out your nose, girl. Put your wig back on, and go out there and do your job. No one's done this to you but you. You got to pay the price. You want to be the big mama? You want to be the hog with the big nuts? Girl, you got to pay the price. Pay the cost to be the boss. I pay the cost to be the boss. You see what them goddamn Fox had to go through, girl. What they lose? $700 million for their transgressions. They got to pay it. That's all. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see what y'all saying on this story. Did some of y'all watch that stuff? It's called Tasha. It's called, what's it called? Baby, stop.
But I did say things that hurt you. And it doesn't matter how big of a person how big of a person is or how much money they got. At the end of the day, you strip all that shit, they are still human at the core. We all have insecurities, we all have fears, we all have anxieties, we all have egos, we all have the same fucking problems.
You talking Cardi right? Off the ledge?
But I hit her today. I didn't hit her because She getting paid.
Okay.
She's getting paid.
All right.
Now I see the misreports about the bankruptcy and stuff like that, and that's fine because I'm not here to defend that. I know the type of lawsuit that it was. I found out after the fact, after my lawyers, pretty much I ignored what it was and
they want to be
focused
paid
on
too.
building my platform, that it was a tort lawsuit. And, a lot of tort lawsuits go into Chapter 11, which is the reorganization. And basically, it's going to allow me to work and pay off all of my debts, including her debt. So when people say, oh, I'm not going to be able to escape the debt, that's not why I filed bankruptcy. I filed bankruptcy to protect my business so that I can pay my creditors and pay my people that work for me and continue to build my business at the same time. And the courts will watch me while I'm doing that to ensure that I'm working and doing what I'm supposed to do. So Chapter 11 is put in place to save businesses, which is, if I would have allowed the garnishing and the seizing and stuff, I wouldn't have a business. And the people that work for me wouldn't have money to pay their bills and stuff like that. And it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. And I have to put my ego aside for this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this has nothing to do with, oh, Tasha's trying to get out of it. I'm in it. And she's getting paid. She's getting paid. I'm going to pay for my mistake.
You had no choice.
You can't. No matter, the bankruptcy was not put in place for me to run from this. It was put in place for me to manage this.
Okay. Tasha K, you're doing what you're being forced to do by the courts and by the bankruptcy. The only reason you filed bankruptcy, you were indeed trying to get out of paying her and all of your other creditors. It did not work. You're settling for what you have to do now. Are they going to take it all? If the bankruptcy court takes their hand off of it, then that woman can come in there and take everything down to your panties if she chooses to, girl. Right? If they take their hand off of it. The only way they're going to keep their hand on it is if you honor the conditions of the arrangement. Correct? So you were over there worried about Miss Cardi B's suicide. Can you say that word? I don't know. Harry Carey. You over there, you said you're worried about that. So why are you talking about your goddamn lawsuit? And who she gonna get paid? She gonna get paid. You gonna get paid. Wait a minute. She goes on. We gonna just a couple minutes. This
shit together, so when I do get to new heights, I will be able to conduct a business as a Black woman.
What's being Black got to do with it?
As the first generation millionaire, multimillionaire in my family. The first. I don't want to make the same mistakes other people have made. And when I'm trying to pour life into people, my life on display is how we learn. And everything that I learn, I will teach you.
Oh,
if you look on
no, girl, don't teach me no shit like that, girl. Don't teach me no bullshit like that, honey. We saw you had every opportunity to back out of this bullshit, girl, going 5 years back. You had cease and desist. You said you wiped your ass with the cease and desist. They drug you before the court. You said, yeah, I did it, judge. I did it. Yeah, I knew it was a lie. Girl, we don't want you to teach us shit. All we want you to do, Tasha K, is pay that woman her money. And then maybe the people will stop. You can remove your influence off of social media, because then you got everybody else suing each other too. They said, well, hell, you can get her in her big ass mouth. Let me go get some coin. Let me see, when all this started, Cardi just asked her to take down the video. A stubborn woman. All the celebrities she can still terrorize, and she has been. She had to stick to that Cardi B. She could not stand the hue of that woman's skin. She did not like that the Black people was liking Cardi B's music. She couldn't stand it. Right? She hated it. She hated this. Was more a glamour woman. She was able to wear all these fancy $5,000, $10,000 gowns and things, child. And she hated it. And she hated it, and she hated it, and she hated it, girl. You always talking about you was a Black woman. Miss Thing, what are you being a Black woman got to be with the way you treated that girl? Right? And then you talking about how, she's a human being like everybody else. Oh, it hurt her. No, you hurt her. Girl, you're the one she sued for $4 million. I just came on here to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. Well, girl, why you got to pay all these people then, girl? If you're the one telling the truth, why are you being called the biggest liar on the YouTube, girl? And proud of it. You had a ball and she broke you down and she broke you down. And now you're starting to feel the pain. Ain't nothing hit you like when you hit you in them pocketbooks, girl. When that pocketbook going from being fat to like skinny, especially when you come out of poverty any damn way, and then you see yourself drifting back in, you are slipping in the darkness. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't want to go back. She says she's the first black millionaire. I don't think you're a millionaire. If you're a millionaire, girl, go ahead and cut her a check. Shit. Deposit the check. Anyway, we shouldn't be picking on people. But if you're going to pick on anybody, it should be Tasha K, because that's what she makes a living, picking on people, terrorizing, talking all nasty to people. I mean, you're not all that changed, really, Miss Tasha K. So you got the influence and you feel like, well, I have to keep doing this now in order for people to watch me because they're watching me for the mess. No. There are thousands of channels on YouTube, girl, when people are not coming after individuals like that. There are other ways to do it, honey. You could have manipulated, turn your audience into something. We're not saying that celebrity gossip, it is what it is, but you should have some kind of boundaries. And you can say that you learn your boundaries now, but the day after Cardi is paid off, you're gonna go right back and get somebody else. As a matter of fact, you still go after them now. You want to I want to interview your cousin's nephew who lives behind the corner of the celebrity. Girl, you going 5 people removed to get to the celebrity. You want to interview them. Change up. Change, Miss Tasha K. So whatever. All that's just all talk now. The only thing left is to pay. So we assume that this court, you should come out and give us some figures now. Let us all in on it since we've been drugged through it for 5 years. Tell us how much the payments are, girl, and maybe we can have some compassion, loving kindness for you. Mm-hmm. I'd be curious to know, but then she got to tell us how much you make. I don't think the courts are going to let Cardi B take it all. More than likely, it's going to be a percentage of her income. So she's going to still be trying to hide income since Cardi B is going to be taking quite a bit of that, right? They're going to still allow her enough money to stay in business, which will mean her employees are still getting paid first, and enough money for a modicum of living, probably a mortgage or rent, and one car, something like that. We'll see. But I was just embarrassed for you. It was very embarrassing, hard to watch. Because they all know that you did it to yourself, girl. Mm-hmm. I ain't read. No, let me make my stuff bigger so I can read, honey. I got to put it in my face. Be quiet, Squeenie. What's the matter? What's the problem, boy? There we go. Uh-huh. Cardi. Okay, let's get caught up on some other stuff now. Did y'all see that fool over there last night hollering and screaming? Girl, Jay Wilson, you can't even out-talk what's that woman's name? She's some kind of goddess, diva or some shit. Did y'all see Jay Wilson over there yelling and screaming and hollering into this goddamn microphone? Oh, this ain't even my good microphone. This ain't. Well, you want to talk louder, nigga? You ain't saying nothing, Jay Wilson. What's that woman's name? Y'all tell me that name. The one that Jay Wilson was over there hollering and screaming at yesterday. Because she on welfare or she don't take care of her kids. She's poor. All that kind of stuff, right? So he's taking that to be his business now, of course. Can somebody tell me that woman's name? Uppity goddess something. uppity goddess, wonderful woman, or something like that. So the uppity woman, uppity goddess. Now, you know, she's a woman. She's probably poor. She's been going back and forth with Ness No Mess, and then apparently someone else got jumped into it, maybe VS or somebody, and doxed the woman. Found out that the woman been poverty stricken and not good to her children, and her children was dirty. I don't know why that'd be in a court document, but they found out some stuff out of this woman. They done doxed. I told you about all that doxing, honey. They done doxed this woman. So now Jay Wilson, I told you yesterday, she gonna drop in with her flat feet, all up in the women's business, and got a goddamn thing to do with him, right? So the woman, the uppity goddess woman, shows up on his page to speak her piece, right? The moment she says something about him being a closet queen, the nigga goes off. He yelling and screaming. You can't hear nothing she's saying. He's talking all over her, loud, screaming into the goddamn microphone. He think he read her. Jay Wilson, is none of your goddamn business, girl. God damn, you acting like she said there's something to you. He telling all these women about how to raise their children and how she gonna put food on the table. How do you know anything about that, Jay Wilson? You don't know a goddamn thing about raising no children. You don't know a motherfucking thing. You say about poverty, although you live in poverty. You don't know a goddamn thing about it, right? But yeah, you got all this to say about these people, about how they're supposed to dress their kids and what they do. You got all the kid advice and all this shit, girl, and you have no experience at anything, Jay Wilson. But why would you let anybody talk? What was so intimidating or incriminating about what this woman, the uppity woman, is going to say that we couldn't hear her? You got to holler and scream over the top of her, girl. It shows your insecurity. You are afraid of anybody saying anything to your punk ass, girl. The girl said something about you're gay. Excuse me. Same gender. I'm not gay. I'm not like them. I'm same gender loving. Girl, I couldn't believe it. That nigga was hollering. I could not believe it, honey. Wait a minute. Hold the hell on. Let's make sure I'm not exaggerating. Y'all, sometimes y'all think I be exaggerating stuff. Oh, he don't like Jay Wilson. Still up there calling himself a doctor. Nigga, if you don't take that bullshit down, what's it going to take for you, Jay Wilson? We see what Tasha K breaking point is. What's going to be your breaking point, Jay Wilson? Let me see. What was it called? Who Can I Run To? Mm-hmm. Live yesterday. That's it. No, it's called Wow. Is it called Wow? Or is it called Who Can I Run To? Mm-hmm. Hold on a minute.
Get out that damn project and get your life together. Get out that damn project. Get your damn teeth in your mouth. You can't say a damn thing to me. You don't even have damn teeth in your mouth. Don't even have teeth up in your head. Go get some teeth in your mouth. Go get some damn teeth in your mouth. A grown woman like you done got drunk, fell on the stairs, spit your mouth open, and can't even afford no damn teeth. Get some.
I almost forgot the phenomenon of this. Jay Wilson is constantly talking about people's teeth, but I wandered into this woman Ness No Mess video on last night, and she was showing the picture. It's on YouTube of when Jay Wilson came on here. James Wilcox came on here with the first pitiful pamphlet he wrote. Girl, I guess it had about 20 pages in it, and she was talking, and you can see that her whole bottom mouth is not the same mouth that she has now. It has been fixed. I don't know if they re-broke her jaw or what, but she has an undervote. This is how mouth is. We do churches. You got to follow blindly with your churches. She has an underbite, and then the teeth, the bottom is much bigger than the top. It is so obvious. Why would he come and lie about that, girl? Just like properly bona fide, girl. They've lived their lives in a fool's paradise as far as teeth go. And then you always talk about somebody else's teeth. But nigga, you keep talking about people need to go to Mexico and get some teeth, bitch. Isn't that what you did, Jay Wilson? Oh, ain't nothing wrong with my teeth. Look at my teeth. Oh, look at my teeth. You bought them, girl. Bought and paid for. So we don't even know how much of that is actually attached to your brain or to your skull, girl. We don't know, but we can definitely see that the underbite is you have the same mouth as my dog. You rap for the wolf man. You gonna dig him till the day you gone. Hold on a minute. Y'all don't believe me. Oh, Timothy exaggerates. Oh, he exaggerates.
Get some teeth in your mouth. Get some teeth in your mouth. Get some looking like Humpty Dumpty. Get some teeth in your mouth. Yo, scallywag. You're living off the state. Poor excuse of a woman. Okay? Poor excuse of a woman. Get your ass together. You lazy ass. Get your ass together. Lazy. Lazy as hell. Don't even have no damn teeth. Don't get some teeth in your mouth. Don't get some teeth in your mouth.
Nigga. If you're reading the woman, with all there is out there by this woman uppity, and they just doxed her and got all this information, is that all you can say? Go get some teeth in your mouth. You got no teeth. Well, girl, you've said that a couple of dozen times. Is there anything else to say? Why won't you let anyone else speak, Jay Wilson? Why don't you turn your... He saw me look at him. Why don't you turn your microphone down and try to communicate? If you're reading somebody, go get some tea. Go get some tea. You want some tea? Living off the system. I don't know what this nigga's alliance is with the United States government. Are you an army man or something, Jay Wilson? You always seem to worry about who getting something from the government, nigga, as you sit up under them student loans, right? Now, whether she uses her government assistance for food and you use yours for books, what difference does it make? You're still getting assistance from the government. It ain't like you never paid them nothing back, right? If you had paid them off, you wouldn't be still trying to sign up for more classes, girl, more degrees, so you can avoid paying them, correct? Then the irony is, Jay Wilson, from my understanding, if you get out of college, if you graduate finally, then if you go and work for a nonprofit for, I believe this term, is it 10 years? If you work for a nonprofit for 10 years, they will forgive the student loans, right? But the unfortunate thing is you can't work. You can't work 10 months nowhere, girl. That's where your frustration is. That's why you got to keep going back to classes and school, girl, because you can't get a job in no goddamn nonprofit, right? Was that a nonprofit? How long was that? Was that 4 months or 5 months, right? You struggled your entire life. You can't even keep a job at McDonald's, nigga, right? And so you want to tell these women about how they're disgraced to be women. Well, that needs to be a conversation held by other women, right? So you ain't contributing nothing, right? Nothing for nothing, nothing. I don't like these people always telling people about raising or cheering. They ain't never raised none. They ain't know nothing about it, girl. Your mama and your daddy, they barely raised your punk ass, right? I mean, after all, they did have 9 kids, girl. You talking about the conditions of her? Get out the project. Get out the project. Miss Thing, girl. Since when is the trailer park better than the projects? At least in the projects, girl, they will give you enough bedrooms for the children to sleep. At least in the projects, they will make sure you have a proper cooking situation where your family can sit down, Miss Thing, right? You from the trailer park. You said you had 2 parents. You got 2 full-grown niggas, and y'all still couldn't get out that trailer camp. But you have so much to say about everyone's poverty. Now, I'm not taking it for the woman. I'm just saying it's none of my goddamn business. That's all I'm saying. But listen at her.
Don't get some teeth in your mouth. Come on, don't get some teeth in your mouth. Get some teeth in your mouth with them black gums. Your nasty ass. Can't even clean your shit up and get mad when you don't win no damn competition. You that old bacon grease and chicken grease and thank you some Sit your ass somewhere and learn something. You trash. Just trash. Ain't never seen somebody so trashy. Take your ass over there. Go to school and learn a trade. You liar. You're a lying wonder.
No. What we're suggesting, Jay Wilson, is you should have went to school and learned you a trade. You probably wouldn't be in the sticky wicket you're in now, nigga, where you got to work 6 or 7 jobs at a time, girl. You try to stay in the hell. Dumbass. That boy just kills me, child. Honey, they had a cat fight on last night. That fool, what's he screaming about, girl? You obviously cannot read anybody very well if you got to keep screaming saying the exact same thing over and over and over again, and you got to turn your shit up so loud you got to get your mouth all up in the thing not to let the other person say anything, girl, right? Because you're still have internalized homophobia, Miss Thing. It's internalized. It still bothers you. All that woman said was, well, didn't you come out later in life? Something like that, girl. Every time they say anything about his sexuality, my sexuality was never a secret. It wasn't. We all sat here and watched you, Jay Wilson. We saw Wally catfish you, girl. We saw the disgusting video you came back talking about how you were bisexual and you were top, girl. You're still in denial, Miss Thing. So why when somebody confronts you, girl, you go off and go crazy? You're not all that well wrapped because weren't you just having the same kind of conversation with somebody else last week? Who was it last week, girl? Holler and scream. That's why I don't go over there no more. Don't even bother because I could read her punk ass into a corner, but you can't do it, girl. Because all she's gonna do is yell over you. All you're gonna do is strain your goddamn throat, Miss Thing, so you can't talk no goddamn more. Trying to talk over this dumb bitch. It seems like all roads lead to Jay Wilson on this page. I'm sorry. Did y'all watch either of those encounters, child? Did y'all watch either one of them? There was another story out there percolating too. I forget what it was. I think it's something to do with Envy and his Tony the Closer. Ooh, they cuss up a storm over there too, don't they? The straight people. Be quiet. Don't. There's people in the hallway. He's gonna holler in a minute. So why attack me for keeping up? Wait a minute, Justin. Oh, what happened with Justin? What y'all did to Justin? Justin say, why attack me for keeping up with national and world news? Many people do not. Some people are even in the chat don't. Well, it's okay. You can just drop it. What's going on in here, Justin? But a lot of times people, they're not really depending on YouTubers for their news, right? Now, I'm not going to go and get my news from Jay Wilson. I don't know. She keeps trying to talk about, she talk about, we talk about politics. We talk, girl, I am not, that's not where I'm going to get that. I'm going to go to MSNBC, CBS. So any major news outlet. So that's what they're reacting to, Justin. But yes, we know there's a war going on in the Middle East. And we also know there was a horrible tragedy going on last night in Maine, where at least 22 people are dead and 60 others been shot. And the guy is still on the run. So they haven't got him yet. At least as far as when I did this, I checked it right before I came on here. But this guy is still out there. So if he gets back into a corner, he's going to kill more people. So they need to catch him. Right. You know, you follow it more than most of us, Justin. And a lot of times it's just compartmentalized, though. I just don't come here for my news or come here for my politics or whatever. That don't mean we all stupid. We all don't watch it. We don't all know what's going on. Right. If I want to hear entertainment, I go over to entertainment people. I want to hear about the church people. I go over to the church sector. I'm certainly not going to come over to the beef sector to find out about sports. Right? Not being a smart ass. I'm just saying that's just what it is. Squeenie, what is the problem? Is that everything? What's wrong? What's wrong? He loves to be in here with me. He hates it when I put him back in the bedroom. He calls that his dungeon. Squeenie. Certain generations know to follow credible sources for real life news. You better. Don't be coming on, honey. Us over here and these YouTubers, these are just opinions, honey. These are opinions. What's unique about the beef sector is we talk about each other. So we're each other's celebrities. This is pretty much as far as it goes, right? Celebrities talk about celebrity stuff. They rarely talk about their own personal stuff. Different chapters do different things. Adult intelligent group of people. So most people do use network media. Well, most people watch the news. So we know what's going on. All the current events. So keep it on the down low. Some people just come over here and laugh. I want a break from reality, honey. Hell, reality can become overwhelming. You think about this man that came up there and shot 22 people. Hell, that can be depressing. To think that these people won't go home to their families. You done killed children. You done killed old people. They ain't bother nobody. Work their whole goddamn life, girl. And they go out to go bowling, and you just take their life. She can be very distressing. You go over in the Middle East, people blowing up 30 and 40 and 50 kids at the same time, blow their heads off over some goddamn land. So sometimes we need a break from the realities of the world, honey. I can't do it. I can't watch no whole lot of news or even some of the stuff that appear on YouTube. I can watch a little bit of negativity and then a little bit of comedy. Got to mix it up. Mix it up, baby. But please don't be coming over here to get your news. This is a bad idea here, Justin. You're going to get 30 people, 30 opinions. We come over here to talk about Jay Wheels mostly. He was trying to bark softly to him. Oh, people want to understand, baby. He's so frustrated because I can hear them myself. My apartment is right in front of the elevator, right? So whenever there's people, sometimes people talk in front of the elevator, he's instantly aware of them because he can hear better than I can. So every time somebody's in the hallway or walks past, or especially if they stop at the elevator or they talk to somebody, he goes off. And sometimes I can see he's trying not to, he's like, I squirted him with his hot spot stuff. I caught him, right? I had walked up with it behind my back and I saw him scratching, right? So I had to run across the room and squirt, 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 and he was running across the room. And I followed his ass. He ain't even scratch that spot no more, child. He said, Daddy, it's a dog thing. Don't try to understand it, honey. He's trying to talk softly. Killing me softly with his bark, tearing my whole life with his bark, killing me softly. I heard he had a soft bark. I heard he had some spots. Oh my goodness. They're after you, Justin. You better be cool, bro. The women's is in charge over here. Oh, look at the little puppies. Thank you, Prima Wanda. The little puppy dogs. That's one kind of statue I don't have. I don't have a puppy dog. Now, they have some beautiful puppies. I've seen all kinds of dog statues. Some of them pretty high quality, even marble or something. But I've never run into one that is a dog like him, a Lhasa Apso. If I get a dog statue, it'd have to be high quality, and it'd have to be my dog. Temper. Oh, hey, want to go in the bedroom and go in the dungeon? Come on, Dad. Where would I be without my dog? Justin, don't even try to fight the ladies. So yeah, sometimes we got to lay down. Us men has to just lay down and take it, honey. Like probably Bonafide, her husband got to lay down because she don't beat him with chair legs. Anyway, people, thank y'all for coming in. Let me do a perimeter check. Sometimes there's breaking news. Sometimes we'll bump into a story, a hot story, girl. And we'll start talking about it even though we don't know what the hell we're talking about. Joe Budden clowns. Okay. They are really having a field day over here with this DJ Envy thing. He must have 100 videos been made about him. Okay. Why are they playing with Envy like this? Academics react. Okay. So now it's for y'all who watch the heterosexual men, it's Tony the Closer and King Academics. They're going at it now because King Academics said they were all scammers, not only Envy and Pina, all of them. And then Tony the Closer didn't like that. So those two are going at it. I was barely even aware of all of them straight men on here, but honey, people got hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers. So everybody's on YouTube. All right. I'm gonna sign off, Justin. I'm gonna get you out of this one. I'm gonna sign off or you get in trouble. Hi, Nikki B. Oh Lord, Nikki B, I didn't sing no music. Maybe I should do about 6 or 7 songs before I leave. What do you think? Oh, the children starting to go at each other now. We got to get out of here. Thank y'all for coming in. Hi, Miss Harvey. Tasha K is one big sad story. Ain't it something? It's heartbreaking. But for her to come on here now exposing how much she's hurting now and how much she's on the verge of actually begging Cardi B. She's calling Cardi by her first name. She's sending Cardi messages of support for over the issue of Harry Carey, right? It's not going to work. Right? She said, well, if I can get another 5,000 in the house a month, whatever. No, you're going to have to tell Tasha K that, baby, this is a hard time. Tell your husband, and you got to go out and get a job for right now until we get out of this mess. This is going to have to be a part-time thing for you at TV, and we need you to get a job because we still got to have groceries. You know, we still got to take care of these kids. Mm-hmm. I'm a straight man, Nick. Yeah, Nikki B told me I didn't know because yeah, that is a man's picture in there. But sometimes, Nikki B, your name is unisex, right? So you could be a male Nikki or a female Nikki. I think the female Nikki is with the I. But sometimes I don't even know who people are. I go by what the picture says, right? So I don't think anybody's trying to disrespect you in that way. We're just used to a lot of women because we hear women, and sometimes the ladies will put their kid up there in the thumbnail, or some their husband, not the husband, somebody we don't know. So just for the record, people, Nikki B is a straight man. He likes the commentary, but he can't stand that singing. Woo! Maybe he's in the choir somewhere. I don't know. Someone else. I didn't even know that God before everything. I just never think about, you know, who people are. But God before everything is a male as well. Right? When we're talking 90% women, we always assume. Don't assume. Y'all have a lovely day. I got to put somebody in the dungeon. Shut up, boy.